now down here in TECHBAY 2017 and talking to Jason from Eco Motors.
Eco Motors, yeah.
You inventor, you are engineer?
Engineer, inventor, yeah. Green ambassador.
Green ambassador.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're also ex-Navy.
That's right, yeah.
So what did it take to come to this? What is the story?
Okay, my father had a garage in Cardiff for 35 years. I did 2 years of my apprenticeship with him. Then I joined the Navy aircraft engineer. In 2003 I broke my neck and had a lot of time on my hands. Always been into green things. We've put windmills up in Scotland. We've put solar panels all over Devon. And it's always been hydrogen in the background, making the emissions better. And now is the time. We've actually nailed it and got it absolutely perfect, and it's ready to take the mass market.
Why hydrogen?
Because it's an abundant fuel. We've got oceans full of it. We've got taps full of it. It is an unlimited source, and it's got each litre of hydrogen, each litre of water produces 140,000 litres of hydrogen. So it's a massive resource. We can get away with smashing the emissions on a vehicle with about 100 mil of water over about 3,000 miles. So we can effectively, a bottle of this, so effectively that costs £1. Yeah, there's enough water in that to clean up 30,000 miles of motoring.
That's a lot.
Which is quite phenomenal.
Oh dear, what happens to petrol stations then?
Well, no, we just make them cleaner.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You can still get the coffee from the station.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And the water, they sell the water, pound a bottle.
Tell me what's on the table here. You have a hydrogen cell here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is quite a new technology, really. HHO has been a product for, since the war. We used to use it in our military vehicles in the war. It disappeared after the war, but now it's time for it to come and clear up our act, really. We've got this basic electrolysis. We're making hydrogen. We had a breakthrough moment about 6 months ago where we could worked out a very simple and cost-effective way of splitting the hydrogen and the oxygen. The problem was before we could only put hydrogen and oxygen into an engine, which would run great. We get better emissions, but we could only go to a level where the lambda sensors or the oxygen sensors inside the exhaust would sense the oxygen that we were producing and think that the engine's running lean, and then compensate that by the ECU directing the injectors to put more diesel in. So that was the ceiling we got to. But we had this eureka moment where we could split the hydrogen and the oxygen. We allow the oxygen to vent to atmosphere. We allow the hydrogen to go off into the engine. So we have no more trouble with the electronics on the vehicles. So we double the output of hydrogen, which has then produced to go another further 20 or 30% on our emissions and our MPG.
That's genius. That's very good.
Thank you.
And here is pure air is coming out. Yeah.
This is hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah. Quite explosive. So we'll leave that alone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this?
This is the same principle. It's designed for a bigger truck. So effectively, we've got our positive and negatives from the battery. The oxygen is produced on the positive, so that vents off to atmosphere. We then take the hydrogen off into another bubbler, and then that gets fed off into the air intake, increasing about 15% MPG on a truck, and smashing the emissions and the soot being produced from the vehicles.
We've got patent pending on this.
We've got patent pending on the actual the separation of the hydrogen and the oxygen.
Okay.
And so we can sell that product to any business to incorporate into their own vehicles.
Oh, very good, very good. So your local company down here in Tracy?
Well, in Bovey Tracy in Devon.
Yeah.
Very local, very so ecologically minded. It's everything we do.
Okay, so that's your major product now.
Absolutely.
Anything else coming up?
Well, we also make carbon cleaner machines, which basically will clean a car out from if it's 50,000 miles, it will clear the carbon out from the inlet manifold, exhaust valves, inlet valves, top of the piston, DPF filters, right through. We've had, God, where do we start? We can give you an end. You come to me with a failure on your MOT.
Yep.
So it's full of soot, all the rest of it. We can do a carbon clean, fit a cell on, and guarantee it'll go through its MOT.
Excellent.
Absolutely no problem at all.
Thank you very much. Very good to talk to you. We come to that.